This is some weird looking lighting here. That's pretty good. What's up, guys? I had to upload something else right now, so I figured I would, kill two birds with one stone. Talk while I do some work on my laptop here. So, what I wanted to speak about, something I realized today, we don't meditate. What's up, Anthony? Good morning. We don't really meditate correctly. And that's even like a weird thing to say, that we don't meditate correctly, but we don't. Now, when you first start meditating, the tones are good because they trick your mind into not talking. So by default, when you're listening to something, you can't talk. So your brain will automatically shut down or be really quiet. So that's something because I felt a little off balance over the last 2 days. So because of that, I was like, all right, I know myself. As soon as I feel a little bit off balance, even just a little tiny bit, I'm like, all right, I know what to do. And I automatically will always go into a meditation. So I went into one this morning and I was like, and I mean the hardest meditations are really ones in which you don't have any tones on, when you have to just focus on your breath. And you'll notice that as much as the mind talks while you're meditating, it'll sound like you'll have meme voices in your head that are fucking talking. You'll have you know how kids sometimes just say a whole bunch of dumb shit in a stream of thought, and you're just like, yeah, especially when they're watching those stupid fucking YouTube videos, and you're just looking at them and you're like, shut the fuck up. The way that we scroll through social media actually creates that in a more subtle way within the adult mind as well. So you think your kids are annoying or whatever because they're doing this you're like, shut up, stop talking so much. What's up, Diamond? Hey girl. You're like, shut up, stop, but your mind is doing the same exact thing. So what's happening is that your brain constantly will be talking and you don't know what it's saying. Because what's up, Dre? Oh shit. Little bro's here. Stop thotting out here. I'm tired of your shit. So essentially what happens with this, you get this monkey mind. And I peeped it. I was like, yo. And then in that, when you get lost into that, getting lost into that is kind of like the same as getting lost into the material. And so you get lost in your thoughts. You notice how sometimes you could just scroll on social media for hours, laughing. And the way that you go through the emotions is not, you don't feel a full emotion. You're going through a fucking micro emotion. Happy, sad, oh, ooh, makes you like a fucking robot dog. Like, that's how it is in your brain. So when you want to be a real motherfucking warrior, go in and you meditate. You don't give a fuck what's going on in your house. You don't give a fuck what's going on outside. You turn your TV, phone, everything. You don't put no tones on. You turn everything off. And now the mind does need something to focus. Otherwise, the mind will wander. And it is kind of interesting when you do watch your mind wander. But I'm telling you, when you start to realize all the useless thoughts you have, just completely useless thoughts you have, and I actually had noticed, when I was doing this meditation this morning, I noticed that my brain was like wanting to shut off, and it was tired because of the useless thoughts. There were some good ideas and stuff that came in also. A lot of times when we meditate, we'll have a sense of urgency. Like we have to get something done. You know, you can't do something well if you're rushing it. So you don't have to get anything done right at this moment. So that's one thing that with meditation, a lot of us will do, is that we'll think that we have to get something done right now. You think that you have to do something right now, when truly you don't. Truly you don't. You have to learn. Really, you don't have to do anything. But what I found was that there's always these energies that seek to take you out of the present. And as difficult as that is, we have to learn to like get out of our monkey mind. Let that shit die, son. For real. Just let it die. And learn to be present. Now, for me, and it's crazy because I meditate, I did a whole hour and 15-minute long meditation with the singing bowls and cleared every single one of my chakras the other day. But I found that this meditation this morning was actually more clearing than doing the meditation that I had done with my singing bowls. You know, I got a badass singing bowl. You guys probably, you guys have to have seen it on YouTube, but it's a badass singing bowl meditation with the glass bowls. Shit is amazing. But so I did that, clear my chakras, get balanced. And then, you know, I noticed, okay, I'm still a little off balance. Let me see what the residuals are that I could clear up today. And I'm telling you, there's nothing more powerful than meditating and not giving a fuck what the situation is around you. You just shut the fuck up and you just fucking go within. Now, when I finally did, another technique you guys can do too is, instead of trying to quiet your thoughts, that's kind of like a stupid idea because the thoughts come in. What you do is you notice your thoughts. So it's like you almost separate and you become objective. You may notice some of your thoughts are not even yours. They may be coming from non-physical entities. Sometimes non-physical entities will not want you to meditate. And non-physical entities will work to, what's up, Alvarez? Non-physical entities will work to put thoughts in your mind so that you don't meditate. Like all of a sudden you might get really unfocused or get really tired, or because if you meditate and go within, right? We're taught go to the astral realm, go see this over here, connect with your ancestors over here, you know, go do this, go do that, have this experience. Even with meditation, so much so that we miss out on the well, your dog, I'm from New York. We forget that when we do that, we miss out on the inner experience. And when you miss out when you're in your meditation and whatnot, everything is trying to distract you from your inner experience, because that's how profound it actually is. And that's really an aspect of gaining your soul sovereignty and gaining your gaining that inner balance and gaining an inner harmony. Now, at one point in my meditation, I actually had noticed that I was like, I'm bored. I'm going to create it. I was like, I'm bored. I'm going to create an emotion. So I saw all this light gathering at my heart that was like golden white. It was joy. But I was like, I don't need to create anything right now. because I'm satisfied with where I am. So I immediately stopped myself from creating this this joy, because I was like, I don't need to create joy. I'm really feeling good right where I am right now. Like, why do I need something more? So so our heart, when we get bored, what we'll do, and you only get bored because you're not really appreciating the present. So boredom is just not appreciating the present. You can even appreciate the feeling of being bored. Like, wow, this is a great feeling. And then it'll probably just go away once you acknowledge and appreciate the shit. Shut shut my monkey mind. Yo, the monkey mind is a motherfucker. So because of really television, dumbass family members, because you know your dumbass family members, your dumbass mom, your dumbass dad, your stupid ass aunts, your stupid ass uncles, and for some of you, I'm sure you have wonderful on that side, but there's at least one up in there that you're like, man, fuck them. You ever notice that sometimes you'll just be sitting there in your own world, maybe reading a book or working on something or just in your own world, and somebody will come and they just talk and they just talk and they talk about nothing. And you're just looking at them like, do you have to talk? Do you have to talk right now? And that's what you do when you're scrolling on social media to yourself. You're like torturing your own mind. So just how that annoying ass aunt or cousin or whatever come around, or brother, sister, come around and just won't shut the fuck up. That's literally your monkey mind won't shut the fuck up. As you scroll like this, you're just thinking all kinds of things. And then, like, you might even notice that that within the monkey, you might even notice that, like, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, moving on. There we go. You might even notice that monkey mind shit, you're gonna fucking annoy yourself. You're gonna be like, damn, 3 hours went past. I didn't do nothing productive today. Damn, and it's not, and I'm not saying rush into being productive, because that's not the right thing to do either. The whole thing is that you meditate, because the whole thing is that you're learning not to rush into being productive, but rather to pull back and to learn to be okay with pausing. You're learning to be okay. So you're saying your monkeys do it too much. Nah, I'm just saying what I've noticed. Everybody's, you act like yours ain't doing that. Yours be doing the most, Dionysus. Stop playing. What's up, cuz? What's up, cuz? What's up, Verdena? I hope I said your name right. So that's really what goes on when we meditate. A lot of us really see that was good. That was a no thought space. Y'all notice Eckhart Tolle always be going into that shit. I love that little motherfucker. From India. Namaste, sister. I really appreciate you being here. You on the other side of the world, girl. So that's what Eckhart Tolle does a lot. He be pausing now. I know why. That motherfucker, when he's not on camera, all he does is meditate. But yeah, that's just some stuff that I noticed. And also too, it's not that we need to rush really into anything. You don't need to rush into anything in your life. Learn to be okay with where you're at. Also too, when we're taught to rush forward because we have to get something or we have to do something or whatever, it does feed the fear-based mindset. And you always have a choice to choose fear or love. You have everything you need right now. You're provided for right now. What's up, Jose? Even if you don't feel it right now. It's the truth. Do you know You know how much energy it took just to create your body? Like, do you know how much energy and how much attention to detail it took? Even if you don't have a perfect body, even if you have a deformity or something, it still took a lot of energy and a lot of attention to detail to create your body. So appreciate your body. You know what I mean? Appreciate the fact that you came here as an experience, as an experiment. You came here as a universal soul. So, we're taught to really dehumanize ourselves in a lot of different ways all day long. You dehumanize yourself every time you scroll on social media. If you notice, older people, they scroll very slow and they take everything in. That's because they have humanity. I mean, that's also their generation. They're not fast like that. But when you go too fast, you don't learn to slow down and just have a little humanity for yourself, to where if you read an article or something, you just go a little slower so that you can actually take in everything and then not have this knee-jerk sort of very explosive response, which becomes food for the archons, by the way, and for the demiurge. But instead you have a response that's balanced and that actually is in alignment with yourself. And that's what meditations such as just learning to focus on the breath, and it's going to be really hard at first, guys. I'm not promising that this is going to be easy right away, because I've been meditating for over 10 years and it's still not easy all the time. You still have some days that it's like, God damn. Yeah, the power of now. Yeah. Oh, so you know who, okay, so you know Eckhart Tolle. He's pretty good. And that's why you notice that too, why he be going in his little, he's gone, son. He meditates so much, Eckhart Tolle is gone. He goes to the no time, no space, where he's so present that he doesn't need any words. I love when he does that shit. And it also makes you feel awkward as fuck. So you be sitting there like, is he gonna talk? Yo, he's just so tapped in that he don't need to talk. He could just sit there. And everybody still is gonna buy all his shit. He don't even care about money, I bet. He's like, I don't give a fuck. So yeah, when it comes to meditating, I can't promise you that it's going to be easy at first to quiet that aspect of your mind. I can promise you that spending even just 5 minutes in the morning, because this is a mental practice, it takes discipline. I can promise you that you'll start to notice your mental chatter and then your monkey mind just talking. You're like, damn, I lost control of this motherfucker. This motherfucker's just doing whatever the fuck they want to do at this point. Like, I have no control. And I can promise you'll notice that. And that over time, you'll create your own techniques and methods that will quiet it down. I can promise you that you'll feel a deep sense of satisfaction. I can promise you that you'll feel more balanced and empowered, especially over time, than you felt in your whole life. Get the power of now. Verenda. Ask her. She's right in the comments. Just message her. But the power now is really good. I don't like messing up people's name. That's why I'll say it over and over again till I get it right. So, yeah, with the meditation, that's really what it is. Now, I saved the best for last. Mwahaha. Because I had to give y'all all the ways that you're told not to go within. And the ways that your mind is deceiving you constantly into not going within, because there's certain energies and entities that don't want you to be in your power. Fucking gorilla mind, LOL. So check it out. So this is something that was totally unexpected this morning. Now that we got all the learning stuff out of the way. You get some fun stuff. So, which is still learning, but it's more fun. So as I was, because I do clear my chakras. I do clear my chakras almost daily. Even with just using the breath. I take about 5 or 10 minutes every day to clear my chakras. Because of the spiritual work I do, I can't really hold on. I can't really have blockages or anything. I don't have the luxury of being able to have a whole bunch of major blockages. It's a luxury to have blockages. To have the ability to just not pay attention to that stuff. I can't do that because of my work. So I'm just like, let me do what I normally do. And because I was at the end and I still was dealing with some chatter, but I was learning to separate myself from the chatter, not be so personally invested in it, and become more objective and just let it kind of flow in and out. So that's what I was doing with the chatter, right? I was letting it come in, come out. I was like, all right, separate, then I'm working on the breath. Also, if you're very divergent, meditation could be kind of hard, but it still be beneficial in the long run. Especially when you got to do some shit where you're in 4 or 5 different dimensions at the same time. You'll learn to be able to simultaneously hold your form in a lot of different dimensions, but that's more advanced stuff. Y'all gotta pay me for that information. This shit is advanced. So what I noticed was that as I was in my meditation, there was this major, it felt like a force field of just air. Like an opening though, like it completely open and clear this chakra, because I was focusing so much on the breath throughout the meditation, because I made that my focal point, so that my mind would be kept busy by the focal point, because your mind always needs something to focus on. So I use my breath, and then I focus on being present with the breath, and that actually helps cut back on the mental chatter, on that monkey mind fucking bullshit as well. But it was like this amazing opening of air, and I felt it just right here at first. Oh, also, how come we don't clear between our chakras? I never could figure that out. I did my higher heart, and then this little area that I don't have a name for, just right below the heart, I did this one, and I don't know why we don't clear in between our chakras. That's like a weird thing that I noticed. I clear in between my chakras. So it was like this air came in, and it was almost like a force field or like a sphere that really just opened everything up. So I said, oh shit, I got this dope ass sphere that I created by accident. What could I do with it? So I start moving the breath up and down the chakra system, That was the most clearing breath and that was not my intention. My intention was to clear the chakras, but you let the miracles come in when you're present. You let the miracles come in when you're present. All I was doing was being present with my breath and finishing up my meditation by clearing my chakras. And now I learned energetically how to clear in a very profound way. And the way that I was clearing was actually also creating this force field. It was actually enhancing and sort of making the energy a lot stronger. So meditation is powerful, y'all. Meditation is very powerful. I don't know. I never even heard of a technique like that, but I'll look it up and figure it out. Somebody else had done it before, where it was like this sphere of air, but it was in the body, and it was like this, and it actually could clear all the chakras. And I was just moving it around. I was like, let me see what this, and it was great because it was more powerful than other clearing. And I have a lot of clearing techniques with the breath, but it was more powerful than any other technique that I've used. Honestly. The root chakra, because the thing is, when you can clear the root chakra and you need a strong air current like that, when you can clear the root chakra effectively, just get it moving. You have, and I'm an earth sign, so my root likes to stay in one spot. It don't like to move too much. So I actively have to move that motherfucker. But when you can move the energy in the root effectively, you have access to so much more power, inner power. And I encourage you guys at this time to really be focused on your will and to do what you don't feel like you want to do, even though you know it's good for you. Don't be lazy with your will. It's just the energy right now. Be really focused on doing what you need to do when you need to do it, which is true prosperity, according to Bashar. Because that's not my quote, that's his quote, but I say it because it makes sense. Alright, y'all. Well, that was my meditation video. Y'all shut y'all monkey mind the fuck up. Get your power back. Peace.